What up, motherfuckers?
What it do?
We got Doobie in the motherfucking place to be. Shit, we got the whole squad in here. We got Highlight. Bam. Hell yeah. Nah, you know, Boston brought the squad too. I see you. Why? Hell yeah. Dude, happy fucking 4th, man. This is cool as shit, dude. We've had some cool ass turnouts. It's different because we got kids in the building over there. It's way different. Usually it's 21 and up, and you know what I'm saying? They got nothing but trees in the air and everything else. But this time we're doing like nothing but veteran donations, and it's probably the biggest loss I've took on a show ever. But I like running. Look, I'm just gonna dump on this one because this
donation.
This is donation. I love it though because we got all the kids out. We got everybody. You know what I'm saying? Partaking and being fucking festive and actually getting out of the house.
Smiling faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about it too because I was like, look, we got the craziest choice of music, right? Mm-hmm. And like you were doing your sound check, and I was like, oh, his music is not that kid friendly, right? But I was thinking about it, and I was like, if one person asks me, right, if they question who I picked for the show, I'm gonna question their parenting. I'll be like, bro, y'all brought your kids to the Serrati shop.
Yeah.
What kind of parents are you? You know what I'm saying?
You seen the flyers first.
You know what I'm saying? You see the flyers. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, though. Hell yeah. So what do you got going on, big dog?
Shit, just dropped the album. About to go back on tour in the next few months.
Where you going?
Just a U.S. tour.
Yeah?
You know,
Just around the States and shit?
Yeah, everywhere.
Hell yeah. Where's your favorite spot to go?
That's not fair. It's not really fair to answer, because then I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit from a lot of other states, and there's too many good ones.
Yeah. He want to say Ohio, though.
Yeah, but I feel like
everybody
that's
go to Ohio.
That's
That's
I feel like that would be cliche, too. Obviously, Ohio, for sure, would be my number one, but
Hell yeah.
it's a bunch of other places I like to perform, too.
Yeah.
So the album, is it different than the last ones, or what?
I'd say it is because it's got more of a mainstream sound than any of my other albums for sure. So yeah, it's a little different, but it's still that one Doobie, you know.
Yeah. I gotta ask a question I ask a lot of different individuals. So if somebody doesn't know you, never heard of you before or anything like that, what is the one song that you would bring to them, be like, hey, this is who I am, this is me?
Now I'm just gonna tell them listen to the album, but I guess like if I'm trying to like show somebody who really doesn't know much or anything like that, like who I was, I'll just show them like my YouTube channel, so probably like all the hits type shit.
Yeah.
You know, like hey.
I like that one.
Where can we find all your music at?
Everywhere. Doobie. Doobie.
Doobie.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I could dig it. So if you're gonna explain the genre, not necessarily because you know it's hip hop and whatnot.
It's like alternative hip hop with rock influence.
Yeah. Who influenced you the most?
On the rock side of things, it'll be my mom. On the rap side of things, it'll be my dad.
Yeah.
No shit.
That's the opposite, I feel,
Yeah,
in most
lit.
households.
Nah, that's lit.
Yeah, my mom was like R&B, jazz, and my dad was like heavy metal,
Yeah.
From Metallica to Slipknot.
My
I don't know if
mom,
that's even fucking heavy
she
metal.
Like every type of genre though, but she definitely influenced me on the rock shit too though. Like mainly.
My bird was Tupac and Mary J.
Yeah.
He's a gangster.
Hell yeah, I love
sure.
gangster rap growing up. That was my jam. So look, question. All right, so we're big on, because we're cannabis connoisseurs and advocates, and we work a lot with the veterans and we work a lot with the youth, and if you're going in and you said your album seemed more mainstream than this one, right? And like to me, mainstream, I fucking hate mainstream music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's really just like, a lot of turn up.
Yeah.
So as your career, because you've been in the game for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? This isn't your first day. So as you go through your career, do you see yourself evolving and being more mature through your music? I know you have as a person, just from conversation.
Yeah, cause like, and that's partly like what I mean too about more mainstream. It's like more, I would say more put together as to like older Doobie music. It was amazing music, but it was more so just I would just be high and just you know, whatever I say, that would be it, and then here you go. It wouldn't be not like as much structure, I would say, as now that I have in my songs. Like now it's just more structure, you know.
Yeah. So and at the same token, when a lot of your music where you just talking about getting high, it's completely different than it was.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you, it's like nowadays you can't take a Xanax. You can't pop no Xanax. You can't do none of that shit.
Yeah.
Because you don't know that motherfucker packed with some dope. It's got some hot packs in it. It's some shit that's going to just knock you off just from taking the pill. So when you're going through your music, do you keep that in mind?
Hell yeah. Because like now I'm like, that's why I named my tour the Somewhat Sober Tour, because I don't do any drugs. I smoke weed and that's it. You feel me? And dabs. I love dabs.
Well, that's cannabis. Like
Yeah,
to me, that's staying.
But
it sounds crazy, but to me, that's being sober.
You know
what I'm
but
saying?
I don't do any hard drugs. But I drink. I drink my ass off. So that's why I named it the Somewhat Sober.
Somewhat sober. I could dig that. I could dig that.
I'm like very vocal though. Like now too. Like in my music and outside of my music about like, you know, how drugs, you know, they'll kill you. They'll get you fucked up. How you in a fucked up spot, and that's just the reality of the situation. And now, like you said, it's worse than it ever has been because you don't know what you're doing. Back when I was getting high, I knew what it was and it was fun.
Yeah.
Now it's like it's 50-50.
Yeah,
You
for
literally is just like, hey,
It's a gamble.
am I gonna die or not? Just that party? It's
Yeah.
Everybody's lost somebody to that shit right now.
like, man,
This shit's rampant right now. It's just so bad too.
somebody's.
Yeah, for real. You know that it ain't gonna stop neither. It ain't gonna stop no time soon. You know, I think our biggest enemies is the individuals who pushing this shit and pushing the agenda for big pharmaceuticals. You know, because you can't tax and regulate cannabis the way that they want to. So 90% of the time they just like they had a judge that was telling this 22-year-old woman because she had cannabis in her system, and she straight told her, she's like, I'd rather you take pain medication if you need pain medication, or I'd rather you take a Xanax for your anxiety than ever touch cannabis. Cannabis is an illegal substance, and in my experience, I only see it's illegal because of the fact that we can't tax or regulate. You know what I'm saying? Virginia, you come into a legal spot, so everybody out here is willing to kick all the other dope. You know what I'm saying? Because we get concentrates that's gonna lay you out just the same, and you could do the whole fucking bag, eat the rest of it, and fucking you gonna wake up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like shit. You might have to eat. You might have ate your whole fucking kitchen, but you know what I'm saying? You're still gonna be alive tomorrow, and that ain't the case for a lot of individuals. And then them chemical imbalances are gonna fuck with your depression. It's gonna heighten your anxiety, and then we tack on alcohol and cigarettes with it. They just juicing us.
That was another thing that was difficult, like, because my drug of choice was coke. So I was doing cocaine every day, especially to make music. When I stopped doing cocaine, music got like real different. For like 2 years, I was like, it felt like I was restarting over. Like I had to learn how to rap again.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest. And then like I finally got back into it, like started feeling myself again. I was like, wow, I really didn't even need the shit the whole time, but it was just like, it's crazy how much you depend on them things. And then like if I wasn't, you know, I had my son at that time, it was COVID, so if I wasn't strong-minded enough, you know, to stop then I don't know where I would end up. And I think about that shit all the time.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
crazy.
it changed your life though too, in the same sense.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
But like I was watching this interview with Lil Wayne, and it was talking about how everybody was hard on him for doing lean all the time. He's like, well, during those fucking periods I was drinking lean, I came out with this album, and this one went platinum, this one double platinum, and yada yada yada. So I came up with my best work while I was under the influence.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, in the same sense, I relate to a lot of that because I feel like if I could take myself out of an element, you know what I'm saying, where you don't have the stressors, you don't have the fears, you don't have the judgmental opinions, you're gonna come up with a lot better artistic abilities when you say fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're like, fuck it, I don't care what nobody else thinks, I feel like you're gonna come up with some better shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be harder as a musician, I don't know firsthand, But I could imagine it'd be a lot harder because you're taking yourself out of an element that you've always been accustomed to and knowing.
Yeah.
And then putting yourself into a sober bracket to where your mindset's completely different. The challenges and the demons are going to be tenfold easier or harder because it's so much harder to fight a demon when you're sober than it is when you're fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
And it's harder like when you
Well said.
your music blows up from being that guy who is condoning doing drugs and shit. And then when you stop, everybody who listens to your music is like, go back to doing drugs, man. That shit is way harder. And you be like, damn.
But you know, and that's the truth. Like, we were just talking about that. But here's the truth, all right? So, certain artists, you know, Tupac, right? You hear certain songs like Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying? We talking about killing a motherfucker and fucking someone's bitch. You know what I'm saying? But man, you can't tell me you ain't getting juiced up out of that shit. You know, you ain't getting them feelings, and that takes a lot. Cause like, you know, when Jelly Roll Save Me first came out, right? It was hard for me to sit and listen to with other people. Like when it came out, I turned it on, and my old lady, she listened to it. She's like, "Are you okay? Are you going through something?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "No, it's just a good song."
Yeah.
But she's like, "Do you want to talk about it?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Nah, this is a good song." But you hop in the car and I got some like Payroll Giovanni on. And it's like shooting some shit up and drug dealing and shit. Yeah. And like that's where my life has generally always been at. Yeah. So that's the music that I relate to. But as I'm trying to get to being a grown man and getting into the next level of myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do 90% of this shit no more that they talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not just gonna go out here and start shooting motherfuckers. No. I don't plan on picking up 100 keys. You know, when I was flying over a prison the other day in the plane, I was joking. I was like, "Hey, Jerry, throw the pack. You know, but like, you know, and like it was fucked up because I knew people in that prison that would love to get a pack, you know, and I'm like, damn, you know, and I'm like sending the pictures of the prison to their phones in the cell, you know, and they're like, damn, homie, and I'm like, this shit's different now, you know, because it used to be the only reason why I ever wanted to learn a drone was so I could fly one over to a gate. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The only reason why I ever knew what weight was is because I was hustling on a scale, you know. The only reason why I knew different types of guns is because my big homies and shit were like, "Hey, check this out, da, 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 da." You know, and you're like, "Damn, this is a cool ass strap," you know, and this and the other. But it was just that it's that part of that life. So as I'm stepping in and I'm trying to give my children a different life, I'm trying to give my family a better life because I don't want to see my kid selling coke. I don't want to see my kid selling pills and shit. Because at the time frame when I was doing it, I felt like I had to. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this was my only option at this point in time. This is, you know, where we at. You know, and that's just what it is. You know, if I want to get this car, I got to flip these packs. If I want to pay this rent, I got to move this dope. That's just dead on that. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure these numbers are right. I want to make sure that the plug is going to not short me and give me a good price. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure all the people that I fronted is going to pay me back. If not, I got to go fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? To go get my shit. And I'm like, damn, that lifestyle was all the way up until I was like 32, 33. So I'm like, damn, when the fuck was that gonna change? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's a lot to do with influence. So my favorite people growing up was Tupac, Wayne, and just people like that, E40 and shit. My first thing is, man, look where we at. We in the struggle. So because I'm in the struggle, I have an excuse on why I'm allowed to sell dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of saying, hey, I got real estate, I got businesses, I got a bunch of different things that I could do that could make me the same amount of bread. I know people. I watched these fools with Jelly Camp, man, selling that merch like it's dope. Yeah. And they selling shirts like it's fucking dope. So I was like, man, I gotta get in that game. You know what I'm saying? I started selling merch and people were like, you cruising down the street, people were like, damn, I want that shirt. Where'd you fucking get that? I'm like, at my shop, go grab it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I'm buying them for $7 and flipping them for $21. I'm like, oh shit, this is the new dope game. You know what I'm saying? This is the new dope game. And then like the Rolls Royce, I rent that motherfucker out. You want to go on prom? You want to go on a date? You know what I'm saying? I let the judge borrow $1,500 a day. You know, so I'm like, there's so many other hustles, but ain't nobody showed me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think too. Artists need to know that too. Like that merch game is
on point,
very important. Very like they might not know who the fuck you are. They see a shirt they like, instantly there's the conversation right there.
Yep.
They now know who you are. They now fuck with your brand.
That's the truth.
And you, there it is, right there. Just a trickle effect.
Yeah.
Like with Strug, that kill all pedophiles.
For a lot of entrepreneurs,
Man,
that's
I
what
didn't
they
see
go
hella
to,
people wearing
selling
that
merch.
Yeah, dude, that's huge.
That's
like in
one
the
of the first
veteran
hustles.
community. Yeah, dude, it's huge, dude. And a lot of that, if it's wholesome,
Yeah.
you're gonna sell it.
But and I gotta shout out Light, cause listen, he's like the merch guru. He's cold with it. Like
But
you see the holy
bad out
center,
of shit
you see
says
you
hard.
see the holy center shit like
Yeah.
everywhere. Batshit crazy, tainted angel. He's literally like the mastermind guru behind all that shit. He literally is.
Who does the
on the
graphics? He does.
He that's
No shit.
He gets all that. He gets all that taken care of. That's
You got your own merch clothing?
my brother got Holy Center and I got Batshit Crazy. We
Hell
do
yeah.
it together, but
Nice.
he's the
Hell
dude
yeah.
behind all of it.
So where did that come from?
Holy Center.
Yeah, and the bad shit crazy.
He can tell you what Holy Center.
Keep it 100. I keep it 100 on this show, right?
Yeah, fully.
Most deal.
It's been about almost 3 years since we did cocaine.
No shit.
We were doing a lot of it on the tour bus. Faithfully Faded tour.
Oh, it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah,
but
So faithfully faded tour. That sounds
Faded
legit.
Tour, we were faded. The
Yeah.
whole
it's been
tour.
over 3 years.
Alright, I'm saying the Faded tour is when that's when it came
Yeah.
about.
It was-
And I was just high as hell. I wouldn't even never think about doing clothing. You know, I did merch for us and shit like that, but I didn't think about doing clothing. It just popped in my head. I don't even know how, where it came from. It just basically stands for nobody's perfect, basically accepting our flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
Holy
yeah.
Center, and it just
Yeah,
resonated. And it took a couple years to get it going, but now we got it.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
it's spreading like a wildfire.
That's
for
lit.
real.
Man, I
It's-
fuck
it's
with it
crazy.
though. I fuck with it because everybody can relate.
And where'd you say we can find it at?
ShopHolyCenter.com, BatshitCrazy.com,
Yeah,
ShopTaintAngel.com.
Y'all go get that shit.
Yes, sir.
Man, hell yeah, yeah. That, and you know what? It's something that you'll automatically see. So when you see the van cruising, the
Yeah.
truck,
Yeah.
and I seen that, and I was like, what the fuck? What is that? And immediately when I was asking what it was, the person next to me was googling it. Right.
Really?
What you name it, bro?
Yeah, because
The truck name is the Holy Roller, but
Yeah.
that's the name of the truck.
yeah, whenever I'm in the parking lot of a church and I'm about to twist up, that's what I consider myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a holy roller right now.
Somebody was Googling it off the truck.
Yeah, so like,
shit.
look, I was standing there and I was like, what the fuck is that? And they were already like, look. And I was like, oh shit, okay, that's Doobie and them.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Because I didn't know what it was. And they didn't either, but they were faster to start Googling it because that's how people are now.
Yeah.
Everybody's on, like, you ever drive down the street and see somebody with their @ on the side of their truck? I wonder
Yeah.
how many fucking followers they got just because people
Yeah.
were doing
Or
that.
at
You
least
know what I'm
people
saying?
that go view it. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a truck and somebody had their @ Instagram and it was a lifted, jacked up truck. Remember the monster truck I
Yeah.
had? So before I got to it, it was all jacked up and shit. And it was nice, and they had their Instagram tag on there, right? So they had their tag, and I'd be pulling up to gas stations and stuff, and
Everybody
they'd
knew
be
the truck.
yeah, but they would be automatically. They'd be like, "Hey, bro, I just followed you." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, bro, I'm gonna hit you up." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, you fuck with Zarati?" They're like, "Nah, that's part of Zarati." I'm like, "Then what the fuck you following me for?" So I had to take that thing off real quick. I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you see shit like that, people are just intrigued.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you see the double cross, the one up, the one down, it says Holy Center. Yo, who the fuck is that dude? Because that's something. No matter where you're at, thinking about wherever you are religiously, wherever you're at in your life, whether you're strung the fuck out or you're on top of your fucking game. You know what I'm saying? You'll want to know what the fuck that is because you
Yeah,
can relate
fact.
to it.
I'll be grabbing some of that shit. That shit's fire.
Yeah, you can fully relate to it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all fucked up. We're the dent in the pan. Every cake that's baked is gonna have that dent in it. You know what I'm saying? Forever. So no matter how you try to persuade yourself to be a better person, we're all gonna have them demons. You know what I'm saying? You could be married for 10 years. You see a girl walk past, if she in a thong, you be like, "What up?" You know, and it's a shitty fact, you know, but it's the truth. So if you run across your drug of choice and you just chilling, ain't got nothing to do, you can find 10 reasons on why you should do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You probably got
Shit.
1,000 on why you can't. But like when I really stopped, I stopped drinking really like heavily, right? And because man, I just getting fucked up, and I'm like, I want to go out here and get some fights. I want to hang out the side of my car and start shooting some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. You can tell that's just what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So I said we get drunk, and I'm like, dude, let's go fucking do some donuts in a Rolls Royce and see if we can shoot up some shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some machine guns. Let's go dump
it was
these out.
definitely time to start.
Yeah, but like we be at downtown Knoxville. I want to go call out a whole group of people to see if I can whoop them all. You know, so. But as I stop, right? So I stop and I'm like, all right, cool. This is easy. This ain't shit. But then I'm thinking about it, and boom, I got a new lawnmower, right? That's a great reason to drink. You feel me? I'm like, dude, it's sunny. It's a Saturday, and I'm off work early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get drunk. Let's get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I got a new gun. Ha! Let's go get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Just for no reason. I can find a million excuses, but I was doing it all the time. So I was like, oh man, I can find a million reasons on why I should, but I couldn't find the fucking reason why I should stop.
Yeah.
Right? But then I flipped it on myself, and then I had a million reasons on why I should stop, and I didn't have a single fucking reason why I should continue. And that was when I was like, maybe I should fucking stop. You know what I'm saying? But there's a kicker to it. So I fully believe in like a gentleman's drink. Right? I believe that there's limits and moderations with everything. Like with Coke. If I got Coke, it's really hard to do one line. You can't just be like, well, just let me taste it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that eat. What the fuck? You know, that's a whole other game. You feel me? But that's with almost anything too. We all gluttonous. We all do it. We all the worst. If you find something that you like to eat, how many times you gonna go eat there?
Oh, I'm gonna eat there.
I'm gonna eat there until I find out that for some odd reason the chef don't cook it the same. Right. I'm like, bro, this ain't the same as when I first had it. You know, and you'll eat there until that day happens, and then you can be like, let me switch it up. And then you'll go to a different restaurant, get a different food. You know what I'm saying? I did it so much, they got nachos down here named after me. You know what I'm saying? It's a real ass shit. But like, when I get focused on something, I'm focused on it. You know, and I can't break that cycle. And that seems to me like a lot of things with anything that gets addicted.
Does going on tour help you stay out of trouble, or do you got any problems with where you at?
It almost would seem like the opposite.
I feel like the only problems I be having, like, at home is, like, obviously you always got, like, people who hate and shit see you successful, but I don't really be having, like, too many in my face problems like that at all. Right. It'd be more so, everybody needs something or wants something. Yeah. So that's when I be like, man, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man.
How many tours have you been on?
Well, we started touring with Jelly, 9 years ago.
Oh, you been grinding.
So
been on tours.
I've been over 10 tours.
Hell yeah.
How many headlining light would you say? Like 8?
Yeah, like 7, 8, yeah.
So, something like that. So
that's what's up.
It's been a bunch of long road of work.
Yeah.
We just getting started though, so we.
What you said?
Yeah.
Question. Who would you want to work with? And I don't mean like somebody that you're fucking just a fan of, you really like their stuff. Who would you want to work with that you know that you and them could put together a real fucking track? Like
collaboration?
Like one of them collabs that you like, damn, this is the jam.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I mean, I think that me and Post Malone would make some fire ass music. I know
really?
A lot of people hate on him or discredit him, but he's honestly a fire ass artist.
Yeah,
and he's like all around. He can play the guitar, he can sing, he can do, that mainstream hip hoppy pop vibe. You know what I'm saying, as well as everything. I fuck with him.
I never really been big into any mainstream music too much.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, it gives me a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? And his dad's like defensive coordinator for the Cowboys or something. He was there for a long time. He worked with the Cowboys. So my favorite thing, not to hate or anything like that, Post Malone, because Post Malone's got a bunch of good shit he does. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My biggest thing with music, whenever I follow somebody, it's just me personally. When I follow somebody, I like to see them come from the bottom to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like fully come from the bottom to the top. And his pops was already a millionaire. Before he started. Yeah, right. He was already a multi-millionaire before he started. So like to me, I'm like, damn, you got the leg up in the game. You know what I'm saying?
fact.
And I ain't hating because
That's just
music is
somebody you
music.
don't
You know,
listen to.
that's just somebody I don't necessarily fully follow, so I couldn't give you all the facts. You know,
Yeah.
and it ain't nothing out of hate or anything
I
like
listen
that.
to his music. I think that'd be dope as hell, though.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I fuck with your music. My favorite shit though is the heartfelt shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about, and even that one where he's stabbing the back and when I lick the knife. You feel me?
The
That's
hate
like,
song.
yeah, that's probably my favorite jam you got. Probably hands down. But I don't give a fuck what type of music you listen to. You gonna like that song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just real. If you listen to country, you'll like that jam. If you listen to rock, you gonna like it. If you've just ever been fucked over, which everybody has, you gonna like that song. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to say fuck you to somebody. A lot of people, it's hard to say fuck you to certain people.
Until it gets to that point.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of people you should say fuck you to, though. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of folks you should say fuck you to, but you don't. You know, I mean, a lot of people. I let people stick around a lot of time because, and I'm like, damn, I should be saying fuck you to you,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you slide. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely.
Fuck him, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah, Cal could be like, bro, fuck that motherfucker. Yeah, let's go get drunk and shoot at him.
He always want to shoot some shit. You need to buy a
Paintball
gun
gun.
range.
Hell yeah, hey,
He
I
didn't
talk
show you his
shit.
paintball guns. He didn't
They
tell
all
you that.
paintball guns.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah,
tell
they
you
just
that.
Orbeez. Yeah, no, we don't do real
Hell
guns.
no, we're felons.
Man, I got 5 felonies. I can't do
Hell no.
nothing real.
He
Come
will
on,
light your
bro.
ass up with a paintball gun, though.
Hell yeah, them Orbeez are crazy, bro.
All them little like water
Yeah.
ball
Yeah.
things.
Hey, listen, that was the only thing that I presented to the town that I've gotten shut down on.
Orbeez?
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they hurt?
Nah, but I want to do paintball and Orbeez,
Yeah,
right?
like
Oh,
like
yeah.
Call of Duty. It's
Yeah,
like-
so I was going to set up Nuketown in the city, right?
No shit.
That would be fire.
Right.
Yeah,
But
they
look,
turned us down.
So, like, you know where they capture B? Right there in the
Yeah,
middle where they
yeah.
capture B? So it has that little building right there. I'm going to put an actual building right there. But what we wanted to do is not just regular, people bombing on each other. We want to do, like, drills and shit. Like, hostage situations, terrorist situations, and, like, call out the SWAT team, call out security, call out people that think that them and their team could come and infiltrate my shit. You know what I'm saying? And people travel the fucking
Real
America.
life
with that.
fellas do.
Hell yeah, I want to
Yeah.
dump on somebody. You ain't better than me. But see, I got the leg up though, I ain't gonna lie. I went and bought me a 50 cal. I got the fully automatic machine gun. It was like 7,500. It's all paintball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but see, they don't know that. So like, when we were getting the thing all set, because I thought it was a go. The town told me that they loved it and everything else. And then I had haters pull up to the town hall. And they were like, we can't have this here. They said that this is legit the reason why they stopped it. Is because if
We
one
was
of our
all in on this shit.
one of our paintballs hit the fence and paint left the arena and landed in the grass outside of the arena, and this lady decided to take her dog on a walk that day, and if that dog licks that paint, then she's gonna have a fucking intestinal issue, and that her dog's gonna die if she doesn't pay $8,000. And she had it more mapped out than I did on my fucking business plan. She brought doctor's notes, the whole fucking thing, talking about the whole night. I was like, damn, I don't even want to do it now. I felt wrong. I felt bad for the dog.
And then we had the people talking about it take the value down of their shit.
Yeah, but that wasn't intelligible because if I was rezoning your shit,
Yeah,
it was going to go up.
Yeah.
So,
But they were hating still.
yeah, they just didn't
At
understand.
the very end.
Well, but those were also people that we knew that didn't like us. And
So
when you go up, you got to say your first and last name. And they were like cousins to people that just don't like me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, these people, thank you. They were just there just to say fuck you to Ace. You know what I'm saying? They had no problem saying fuck you to me. A lot of people did. Hell yeah. So what's next? I know you got your album dropping. I know you got this tour going.
Yeah, I mean, right now that's the main focus. Album just dropped, about to go on tour, and then
Do you know what state you're gonna hit first? You got any
we in
ideas?
Salt Lake City, Utah, September 21st. Right, that's the first date.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Get the first one done.
Yeah, so
Any of these places you played before?
damn near 90% of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it seem like a lot of the same type of people, or you get new demographic coming in? You got different fans.
I think like when you do it like independently, you know what I'm saying? Like and you're used to doing that, you just keep beating them same markets. Like I learned from Jelly, like literally you just keep going back to these same cities, towns, markets, and beating them up. Every time you go back, it's gonna be more people than the last time. You might do it 5, 6, 8 times before you sell it out.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when you sell it out, it feels good as hell.
Yeah.
And so we keep beating these markets and watching them grow.
Keep
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the markets that aren't so heavy, we hit them little rooms and we go and we you know.
Like Abingdon, fucking Virginia.
Yeah. Get
Oh,
this
yeah.
shit out there.
Yeah.
You about to perform tonight, right?
Yes, sir. We about to go on stage. What time is it?
Matter of fact. Yes, sir.
About
It is
that
about
time.
that
It is
motherfucking time.
that time,
Hell
man.
yeah. Well, brother, I appreciate
you
it.
guys,
Man.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
5'10".
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Hell
appreciate
yeah.
you guys.
Hey, it's nothing but love, brother. Hey, you always welcome around here.
Yes, you are.
Hell yeah.
This freaking
Motherfucking
podcast.
right. Check out Doobie, man. You always got the new shit popping. Let's roll, baby.